Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be talking about the new regulations when it comes to CDL training. This is the newest update, so you definitely want to watch this video all the way to the end because it can affect you on how you go and get your CDL training done. So in February 7th of 2022, there was a new couple rules that kind of got pushed out by the federal government, and now all the different states have to follow these rules, and it made it a little bit harder to actually get your CDL license. So we've talked about the actual changes of the rules in other videos, but if this is your first time watching, the main rules are going to be that you have to go to a training provider, a certified training provider I should say, and that's what we are here. So you have to go to a driving school before you can actually go for a CDL road test. In the past, you can get trained by your company, you can get trained by your buddy, by your uncle, whatever it is, and then you can just borrow a truck for the test and go for the test. Now those days are no longer here. The other thing is that school has to certify you correctly in order before you can actually go for your CDL road test. Because if you don't go through a certified school, that means they can't certify you, which means you can't go for the actual CDL road test after. And then 3 is going to be the biggest update that we're going to be talking about now, which is brand new. After kind of going into the regulations and talking to all the high-end people, they added one more component to the actual training. They wanted to add a theory component to the training. So the way the regulations work is pretty much the training is going to be split into 3 different parts. You're going to have theory, you're going to have what they call basic control skills, which is in the range or in the yard, and then you're going to have behind the wheel driving on the road. So those are the 3 main components that the federal government wants you to make sure that you qualify before you can go for a CDL road test. So when it comes to the actual behind the wheels in the yard, we got that covered. All of our students have been doing that already since the day that we opened, right? So that's going to be your pre-trip inspection and your parking. When it comes to driving on the road, we actually got that covered as well. We're going to take you on the road on our vehicle so you can get comfortable. One of the cool things about coming to our school as well is that we actually have our state-of-the-art driving simulators that look just like this, and that gives you a bunch of experience before we actually put you on the real truck on the real road after that, right? So that being said, what is the new theory part all about? So a lot of people are going to confuse theory when it comes to the CDL permit. So the one thing that you have to understand is theory and permit are 2 completely separate things. Getting your CDL permit is one thing. So you technically do not have to go to a CDL school in order to get your CDL permit. Some DMVs will say yes you do, but unless you're going to go for a passenger endorsement, school bus endorsement, or hazmat endorsement, you do not. But what you do have to do is you have to pass a theory program in the actual in your actual school before you can actually go for the CDL road test. So what does this actually look like? This is actually the curriculum that the federal government wants us to kind of go over with you. So we had to work extra hard and create a special course just for this. Now I'm sure if you're searching up these courses, you can actually see all different kinds of pricing and everything going on with them. But most of the time what happens is those courses can take 40 hours to complete. What we decided to do is make sure that we make sure it's as efficient as possible to you, and pretty much you can get through all this content within about 3 hours of training videos. So the way the process is going to work is you have to go through the training videos that we created, you have to take the final test, you have to get an 80% or better on the final test itself before you can actually move on to the next portion, right? If you do not get 80% or better, you're going to have to retake that test, or else you're not going to be allowed to actually go for the CDL road test itself. So to kind of give you the big picture, I know I talked about a lot. One of the extra things that you're going to have to do now is pass this online training course. The cool thing is our students get to do it either here in our classroom or at home on their tablet, phone, computer, whatever you want to do. You can go at your own pace, but you must go through all the training and you must get at least 80% or better on the actual theory exam, which is going to be with the new regulations when it comes to the entry-level driver training program that the federal government now wants. So as you're searching around the different schools, you want to make sure that they actually do have that program, because if they don't have that program available and they kind of either cheat, or in most cases you're going to go through the training and all of a sudden you can't go for a test because they didn't input you correctly into the system itself, then it's going to delay the whole process for you, and it's going to make it very, very difficult for you to actually get yourself a CDL license. One of the cool things about coming here at Driving Academy is that we actually have guaranteed training courses where we can guarantee that you walk away with your CDL license. How that works is we're going to give you over 100 hours of training plus unlimited tries at the road test itself, and all you got to do is pay one price. So it's very, very important that you understand that these new regulations are going to affect you as long as your permit is after February 7th. If it's a renewal or if it's your first permit but the issue date's after February 7th, these rules affect you. So make sure that you pass these theory tests before you can actually go for your road test, because if you don't, you're going to be in big trouble because technically you can't even go for the test itself. So if you are interested in learning more about how our program works or you want to get yourself a CDL license, give us a call, 908-525-3609, or check out our virtual school tour on our website at cdldrivingacademy.com. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com. Thanks and have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.